Here we go.
Weirdly artistic. Weirdly artistic.
Damn, that's weird. We're back with Nick, Jay, and Jose.
It's weirdly artistic. We're talking art.
We're talking weird and everything under the sun.
Weirdly artistic.
Damn, that's weird.
Welcome back. This is Weirdly Artistic, episode 17. I am Jose.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jordan.
And today we have a very special guest, Benji Pierson.
RooCooCooCooCoo. We had a
Welcome,
backing track
Benji.
to go, yay.
Thank you, Benji. Yeah, golf clap.
Hello. This is the most fun I've had in Maple Valley.
All right, so going off of last episode, episode 16, we were finishing up our mural, and we have a actual professional muralist on the show today.
The pro.
Well,
Let him identify as himself.
Yeah.
So, what do you consider yourself?
Yeah.
Benji?
Start off.
I'm just more of a sci-fi graffiti artist, biomechanical illustrator, kind of draw on everything person.
Okay.
So,
But
I
you
don't- I
get
don't-
paid to do it as a lifestyle, right?
yes,
So you're a professional muralist.
yeah.
In a sense, you
In
know,
a sense.
quote
But I
unquote.
think I suck at murals. I'm more. I like doing stuff for products.
Your
But
last one was fire.
But I feel like
Thank
that's
you.
almost every artist where they're like, my art isn't that good. But it's like, it's fantastic. Like you showed me some of your stuff today. Like I hadn't
being
seen
humble.
very much of your stuff, and you're amazing.
I thank you for that compliment. I feel like I shouldn't be doing murals for children because I hide penises in glory holes and and like all this weird stuff inside the mural. And sometimes it's
It's for the parents.
it's scary.
it's like a kids movie, you know.
Well, I
you
was just
watch
going to
it
say,
and
kids movies, they
I
always
hope they
slide
don't-
in the parent joke, right?
I hope they don't grow up to be like I don't know, man.
like us.
I guess I guess so.
Don't be like your dad.
Learn from me is what my dad always told me. So like, I get
do
that.
as I say, not as I do.
Okay,
That
let's
was
get
the
down to the nitty-gritty stuff,
get down
too.
to the
right?
nitty-gritty.
The nitty-gritty.
I want to know, what was your early
let's
art
just start, like,
inspiration?
yeah,
like,
what
what was your
started
childhood
this?
of art? Like, where was your moment where you were in childhood where you're like, whoa, I love freaking doing this?
I was 3.
You were 3?
Wow.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I had epilepsy as a kid, so
Okay.
I didn't get to do all the reindeer games.
Yeah.
I didn't get to participate in everything because I was tarded. So I had tarded problems.
Awesome.
I can say that because I had.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
have
yeah.
the yeah.
And you can say tarded because it's not retarded. You got to be tarded first to be retarded. So I feel like.
I feel you.
It's a lower level of.
Lower.
Right.
Yeah.
I come from a different era where that's a normal.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
say that. It's a term of endearment, really.
Thank you.
But no, I grew up with epilepsy. I had it till I was 15, and so
Damn.
like when I just fell in love with drawing because my pops, he would sit me down and he would show me how to draw like airplanes and stuff, and then I could put the airplanes in a battle scene, and then all of a sudden I was drawing my own movies for my own entertainment because. I couldn't play Nintendo because I would get to the castle scene in Mario Brothers and then have a seizure and black out and hit the table. And,
I haven't thought about that.
never did pass that castle level.
Was it like a
We're
skill?
not going to
or-
pull out our Nintendo 64 right now, I promise.
Every time. So yeah, it was a fun childhood. I despite my illness, I tried everything under the sun, from karate to BMXing to baseball, everything. I tried everything. So, but drawing was always there. I always knew I was going to do it. My dad was like, "You're never going to make money," and I'm like, "You don't have any money." Like, what? No, I'm kidding. It's
a different time
we
to
were,
be alive.
We were fine, but like I'm just saying, it's a different. I feel like each generation has a different focus. I think the world in general has become more adapt to relaxing and kicking back
More
and
accepting of art as well.
and taking stuff in more. So I think that's a good thing that's been happening lately. But I mean, when I grew up, I grew up in the '80s with. I mean, we had the best run of movies and history, dude. I started in '77 with Star Wars, the poster right behind you. Stood up in the theater the whole time. I was a year old, and my mom took me to see that movie, and I had epilepsy, and I stood up without one seizure, and I watched that entire
It was meant
movie.
to be.
And then from there on, that was my babysitter. So anytime that she needed to do something, she popped in,
There we
Star
go.
Star
New-
Wars.
A New
It was
Hope.
the tablet, right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the tablet for back then.
Oh yeah,
Drooling.
we all had that childhood repeat movie. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
growing up.
Dude,
Mine was
yeah.
Space Jam. I watched it
Lion
every
King.
day. Yeah,
Dude, mine was not by choice, but it was Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Okay.
My
Dude,
brother,
that's
like,
not bad.
so
That's
like
not bad.
my
That's
brother's
great.
4 years younger than me, and he was 2 when he's 4 years younger than me. So like he was like the bad kid of the three of us. And anytime my parents needed like us to like shut up, it was like Spider-Man 2 and dinosaurs was always
that was a good one when it first
They
came
were-
out.
they-
I
it
saw
was
that
like
again.
so much.
24/7 until he would like wake up from the time like he would go to sleep. Those two movies
Yeah.
would be playing.
Yeah.
So like
That
I
was a
completely
great
get
one.
that. Yeah.
You remind me of the teenage dinosaur, the boy in that one.
Dude, what was his name? Alisar.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
guy
yeah.
and his freaking random.
Bro,
He,
the
he has some
Carnotaurs?
you got some
Yeah.
knowledge.
Hey, the Carnotaurs are no joke, bro. You gotta
I-
be careful.
This
I
guy's
did-
a sponge. It's crazy.
I was like, I watched Alf. What was I watching? I was watching Alf. I wasn't allowed to watch like Three's Company or Married with Children because it promoted like poor family values, even though.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway,
They
I'm
didn't
a
want you to
child
think
of
about it.
divorce, but we'll save that for another podcast. That's a whole
This
different
is
bag
a
of issues.
podcast,
for your
Benji. This is a
therapist.
podcast, Benji.
Not a therapy session.
Yeah.
So how did that make you feel?
So what came next? Okay, you got out
I-
of the doodling era. You got out of the
Yeah,
kind of creation yourself.
When'd you
What was
fall for the
first?
skiing and
15,
snowboarding?
15, I was officially cleared of epilepsy. I hadn't had a seizure, so they took me off the meds. And so I started doing my snowboarding and I started skating and snowboarding and doing all that. And
What
moved-
came first?
What?
Skating or snowboarding?
Rollerblading
Rollerblading.
wow.
came first.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good place to get
Dude,
your
that's kinda
balance. and
dope,
whatnot.
yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So everybody assumed I would ski.
Yep.
That wasn't
No.
the case. Too much shit, dude. Too much crap
Yep.
to hold
Yeah.
on to.
Too much fries and pizza.
Yeah. And the weird hats and stuff.
And the weird hats
I'm
and
When your
good.
stupid boots.
Then you gotta yell at.
sweaters.
You gotta be mean and yell at everybody. And
Yeah.
I'm just not that person. So I'm more of a boarder. So
Yeah.
I fell in love with boarding, and I think I was like 1989 or 90, one of those.
So
Anyway,
you kind of just grew up with the sport.
yeah. I mean, it was triple bindings.
Yeah.
You know, Sorels with ski liners. You know, we didn't
Yeah.
have the technology. The tech today is awesome. It's I love where the sport's gone.
You don't even notice it anymore.
No, you don't. I mean, you get what you pay for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I love where it's gone, and all the athletes have pushed it, and I'm fortunate to be a part of that. And you know, moving out to Jackson Hole in 2002 was probably my best professional move as far as getting my art out there. And
What'd that lead to?
yeah, you know, that whole community is focused on commonality, and you share the love of the mountains, you share the love of the snow. They have a powder clause out there where if it snows over like 6 inches, you get the day off work. Everybody, it closes, and everybody's at the mountain. Like
That's so dope.
so awesome. And so it's a true community, dude. And that was one of the things that really drew me in. And so being the style of my art stood out in that community, being at most like landscapes and stuff, and my stuff is robots and spaceships and shit, right? So my buddy Travis Rice, who I met, I was DJing a couple nights a week at this bar, and you know I met him through DJing and stuff, and just being out. And he had hired me to do this coat for Quicksilver. He was shooting a movie called The Art of Flight at the time, and it was started filming, and I believe in
childhood.
2009 started filming, and that's when we did the art for the coat. So he had got an initial design that he didn't like from somebody, said it was quote unquote too Disney. He didn't like the
Let's go.
it was a softer version of what he wanted, and so I made it a little more hardcore, a little more gritty. Added some stuff to it.
Well, there's
and made
no
it.
CGI in what he's doing.
No, it was. I was on the floor with this 40 by 40 piece of foam board. I had knee pads on, and I sprayed it, and I'm drawing it on the floor. I was given like 8 hours to do this.
No way.
We did this in one day because he approached me. He needed it by Friday, and so.
And he came to you on Thursday.
Yeah.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
Oh
At 4:30 Friday, we were on the phone with LA and Tokyo and getting it approved.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so those.
So
of you
what
that
what
don't
goes
know,
through your head right there though? Like
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you just go right to the pen
don't
and paper,
really-
or do
I
you
went
just
to
let
the-
your mind flow? When
I went
you
to the
see
bar. What?
It? You went to the bar and
I
thought
was-
about the drawing, or
No,
like,
I just,
did you even
it was
think
just
about
another.
it?
For me, it was just another. I kind of like it was just another day. I didn't really know what the.
Yeah.
I didn't know the level of his
Like
what he
emergency
was going to
almost?
do.
Yeah.
Right,
Almost.
right.
Oh.
Like at that time, Travis was being. He had just done that's it. That's all, and we all knew that project and the community project, and so he was. He's big, and very big in Jackson, of course. Very big everywhere else now.
He's huge.
And I'm so proud of him, and he's done so good, and he always stays true to his homies and to his place where he's from.
Good.
And he's a humble dude. He's doing great as a dad. He's a new dad, so I'm happy for him
Congrats.
out there. I
Congratulations
miss
to
all
him.
my Jackson Hole people. I miss you guys. It's a special place. It's professional upon professional upon professional. You can do whatever your aim is to do in that industry. You can do it there.
Damn.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I got.
I mean,
hooked
like
up
you
with that.
said, it has like that community that really like, and I feel like with that, you like people are wanting to like build you up in a sense,
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
support
they're-
whatever
they're-
you're doing.
because they all know that you love
What you're doing.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're out there taking care of it. You're not littering. You're not defacing. You're not disrespecting. You're out there respecting the mountains and respecting the people in the mountains, which is huge too, because the people that work up there deserve all the respect. You got to
They're
respect
the
your-
reason we can go there.
dude, your crews and everything that work up there, they work so hard. And so anytime I get, I'll go up there and I'll bring hats up to the lifties and stuff. And
Yeah, thank you for these, by the way.
No worries, dude.
Yeah,
Heck
these
yeah,
are
dude.
dope.
Ruckus
These
dude.
are by Benji.
Let me just
Bad
say it.
boys,
Art.
working clean.
Nice. I love doing the hats. They're awesome. Been doing it since 2005. I started with Rob Kingwell for Avalon 7.
Let's go.
And I had a party at my house, and he came over and he's like, let's do some hats or let's do some custom stuff that, because there's not a whole lot of game going on in this town. Not a lot of flavor. There's Kmart and there's Eddie Bauer, and that's pretty much
my
all you got.
goodness.
you
So
know?
we're separating
That's very,
the two.
very
Yeah.
two extremes. You got Eddie Bauer and you got Kmart.
You
They
go
got
in,
McDonald's and a steakhouse. That's
Totally.
crazy.
So you go into the party, you're wearing the same pair of cargo shorts as the next guy, So you wanted something to stand out, and that was the initial part of doing the hats and stuff. And so I've been doing those for almost 20 years now. 20 years,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
It's
It's
crazy.
So old.
It's insane.
2 more years.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're as young as you feel.
Murals hurt now. I
Yeah,
can't get low.
The knee pads are
Getting
a
low.
game.
I hate getting low even.
So what happened
it.
after the whole Travis Rice and the Art of Flight? Like,
So yeah, I did the coat for him that came out. That movie was huge.
that was my childhood, by the way. Like,
Nice.
I've seen that probably 20 times.
Nice. It's
All
a good
young
flick.
kids.
Yeah.
That got so many people into snowboarding too. Like it
Curtis
blew
Mo-
up the mountains.
Kurt
Yeah.
Morgan, is brilliant, and the way he developed those cameras and the drones was
The
the first of his
movements.
kind. Of because before that they were using cable cams, I think, to send the camera down the tree line,
Yeah.
and that was
Just
what
being
they-
able to follow the person for so long.
the racing
Drone
drone
technology
elevation
now.
now
That's
and the
crazy.
natural selection, all that stuff. Yeah, I did that for Travis. I ended up working for K2 for a while. I did some graphics for K2 for the Kung Fu Huskies. I'm still doing stuff. I'm done a Seth Westcott's pro model for his Winter Stick board. That's available on winterstick.com. You can get that Ruckus edition. I think that board's so fast. It's so
Let's
fast.
go. I'm gonna check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
check that.
You can
out.
get it
New board,
it
so
one-
I might
I
have
think
to
you can
check
get it
that
from a
out.
151 into like a 168. So
Okay.
it's a rocket, dude. I got a shovel nose version of it, and they're all veneer.
That's
They're all
what I'm
veneer
saying.
wood, dude. They're nice. Can I say
Oh,
fuck on
would
here?
like that.
Yeah, no, we're-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can.
We're explicit
Fuckity
on
fuck
this.
that.
Yeah. There you go.
You can cock balls. Okay, no need to
just
celebrate
can't
it.
smoke.
Nice.
Awesome.
So we finished up the Art of Flight. You got K2. What was? I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
you
Wu
can skip
Tang.
ahead if you want.
Wu Tang.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
last.
talk about that.
That is sick,
Wu Tang
yes.
was last summer. I got to work with YDB.
Damn.
My boy Barson. What up, buddy? And Divine, and I went out to Colorado for the Wu Tang Experience, where they played with a symphony along with the movie.
Wow.
With the
That's
movie.
a dream.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That is.
So the last
That's
time,
like the ancestors of a
rap.
generation of rap that
Of
you're
rap,
hanging out
yeah.
with.
Raekwon
the
rocked,
beginning.
Raekwon rocked my hat on stage at the Mission Ballroom, dude.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
I
dude.
mean, Dirty's
Damn.
rocking the shirts. But the great thing about Barson is that, dude, he, you know his backstory. He lost his dad at a young age. He grew up with the Woo. The kid is 100% positivity. I mean, he doesn't smoke, doesn't drink. I mean, the guy is amazing. 100% great energy. And that's what makes him addicted to be around. I mean, he's like his dad in that sense. I feel like that's
He's
how his
drunk
dad
on
would have
life.
been.
Yeah.
If I never met, the original, but I feel like I have with him a little bit.
just
and
a spawn.
those guys are on another level, dude. They're 10 years, older than me, I think. And they're up till 4 a.m.
Wow.
I mean, they're doing their pre-show, sound check, meet and greet. You do the show, and then after everything, after party, they're uploading their data from their phone. They're uploading everything onto social
my
media.
gosh,
So that alone, you know how long that takes? Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Couple
tedious.
hours.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm going to bed, bro.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
You guys are rich for a reason.
Yeah.
It is hard. They work hard. They work really hard, and
That's good,
you
though.
get to see that. When you see that up front, you're like, okay, that's why they're
That's why
Who they are.
they're
Yeah,
where they're at.
exactly, exactly.
They've
Like,
got 16 hours every day.
yeah,
That's crazy.
That's insane.
a whole different level of driven. I mean, my whole thing is like I just want to get enough to relax and chill. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just hey, it's another
I mean,
level,
that-
man.
I feel like that should be the goal. Is like don't overwork yourself, but like do what makes you happy.
Reach your
you know?
limit.
Like,
Yeah, reach
Yeah.
your limit.
reach what you want to do to like live the life you want to live. Because I feel like a lot of us like live almost like this like mundane life of like I work to live instead of like I live. Or like,
There's like a
I
fine
live to
line.
work instead of I work. You know what I'm saying?
Or overexert yourself, like
yeah,
for no reason. Like,
exactly.
To just you're just running in circles and
You're in this- you're in a rut almost.
supposed to, like, or something. Like I don't get it. Yeah, I've become more just chill after my my alcohol thing, which I'll talk
Stint.
about. I have become a lot more chill, and reluctant to celebrate
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it leads to bad things.
it does. It does.
The ruckus comes out, but
The ruckus.
The
ruckus.
And
No,
that's
awesome,
the name of
dude.
your brand, yeah.
But during-
Ruckus.
yeah, ruckus art.
So when did you start that?
2000
I know you started.
2005.
Was that with the hats? Was that the first thing you did with as like Ruckus?
I did that with Avalon 7, but I was always ruckus because it was a nickname I got.
Oh, okay.
I-
How'd you get that name?
I tackled some bicycle cops down the Greek Row, and
You tagged
Oh
it,
my
And-
god!
on purpose.
yeah,
no,
dare
no,
tackle
on
people.
accident.
No, okay,
Yeah,
but, like,
not
yeah,
on
like,
accident.
I mean, like you
mean,
could just be like,
I was half
like
playing.
stumbling around.
I just wanted to
and
see. I wanted to play with them, and they were. I don't know.
Let
it
me
was-
tackle you real
Wait,
quick.
were they campo or were
It
they
wasn't a
actual
violent
cops?
tackle. It was like a hug tackle fall, right?
Yeah.
Like it was an accidental tackle, like. But then they
It
got
was
up.
like a
and-
little too rough.
they got up and they were mad, and so I ran. And then I came back like 3 hours later, covered in dirt. And I don't remember any of this because I was wasted. And I came back covered in dirt, and I passed out on the hardwood floor in the middle of the frat house. And my buddy wakes up, and he says, "Dude, you were causing a ruckus last night." And so it just stuck.
It's stuck forever.
It followed me from Seattle to Jackson Hole and then back, and so it just stuck. But all these towns, these ski towns I lived in, because I lived in Utah too. I lived in Salt Lake
Okay.
City, and the culture in the ski culture is really, first chair, last call. You drink a lot during the off seasons and during the time that you're not skiing or you're not doing a lot. You drink a lot, and that's just kind of how it is. There's bars
It's the
everywhere.
lifestyle.
It's the
Oh, yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so
Everyone gets to know you, so it gets easier to
it gets
drink, too.
easier,
Yeah.
and you're being a lifty on the mountain.
Yeah.
You know everybody, and they're like, "Hey, bud, here's a free one for you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Holy crap!" And then the ruckus, and then everything with that, and then I would go out with hats, right? And I
Yeah.
would just give hats, and I just get fucking drunk, like spend zero
I mean,
money.
you give out a hat, you get a free drink.
Oh, I just drink the rest of the night for free, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like my boys would take care of me, and I would just, it was bad, and then I did that for like 10 years, bro. Like.
It's a long stint.
10,
Yeah.
12 years of drinking like that. And then I moved to Salt Lake and spent 2011 to 2014 in Salt Lake. and I came back here when my mom got sick. And so when she got sick and started like deteriorating and dying, she had COPD and she smoked and she was on oxygen and all that shit. And I was just like, you're gonna blow yourself up, like with that. I mean, it was
Yeah.
boom. There was a lady down the road that was like from her that blew her whole house up with that.
smoking
That shit
Oxygen
happens.
smoke, yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, she passed in 2016, and that, like, I mean, I was fighting for my life at that point because I had been diagnosed. I was diagnosed in 2015 with stage 4 cirrhosis and liver and kidney disease, and I was admitted to the hospital. And for like 4 months, I was in and out of the hospital, and just kind of like they would sustain me and then kick me out and sustain me and then kick me out. There's no real cure, right?
It's just more treatment than anything.
Yeah.
Right. They're just like, oh, this will fix you, and then we'll see you in a little while. And then there was no like way to help me figure out how to sustain it on my own. And so they were like, you need to go to Swedish medical because you need professional help. Like they have the best liver team there. And so I got a meeting with one of the doctors, and I was yellow, bro, jaundice, like yellow, and glow in the dark, like looking like that guy from Sin City, like that dude.
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, you need a room. So
You think so?
I was like, what? No, dude, I just got this red box and my cat's at home. I'm like, coming up with all these excuses of why I couldn't do it, and I just looked at myself. I'm like, I need to do it, and so I spent like a month at Swedish, and they pumped me full of albutamine and supplements and tube fed me, and I had ascites, and so I was 200 pounds of fluid. Ascites is fluid between your organs and your skin. And so what they do is they take like a fucking rod and they stick the rod in your stomach and they
Oh my
they
god.
suck out the fluid.
Dude,
Is this where you wanted your podcast to go?
This is this is
Yes,
super
please.
interesting.
It's
Yeah.
a
All right.
It's the artist's life.
This is the alcohol. This is what you don't do, okay, kids? If you do drink, make sure you eat right, and you don't
I don't think
drink.
kids can listen to our podcast.
Yeah. Well, you 20-year-olds. Anyway.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
those are the
it
real
su-
people that need to like hear this.
Yeah,
it's true, though.
I mean, and then I was bedridden for 9 months, and then I was in a wheelchair, and then a walker, and a cane, and then I was on my fucking snowboard on top of Crystal.
There you go.
Got a boy.
And you've been doing that since, right?
Yeah, and I ride a skateboard every day.
You said you've been not drinking for 10 years?
Yeah,
Congratulations
I
on
haven't
that, by
had
the
drinks
way.
since 2005.
That's
so-
awesome, dude.
There we
I kind
go.
of wish I had a number like that. I need
It's
to-
been
I need to stop.
30 minutes for me. But so with Ruckus.
Oh, is it drinking? Well, I mean, I'm California sober, right? So I still get high. I still get stoned. I mean, everybody should
Yeah.
smoke weed.
Well,
but-
like, okay, I feel like alcohol and weed are completely different things, and
I don't
feel
gain
like,
weight.
I feel like I feel like society has like almost the opposite like stigma that they should have with alcohol, because
Yeah.
alcohol is way worse than
In
weed,
all
in my
aspects.
opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You don't get a hangover from weed. Like
No.
I could smoke all day, and I mean the only thing that it makes me is a little bit unproductive. But that's
Yeah.
that's
That's up
okay.
to you, though.
That's okay. Yeah.
That's also up
So
to
like
you.
you know,
I
it
mean,
makes
some
me
people
hungry,
can be
it
more
makes me
productive
sleepy,
with
and
it.
that's okay. With alcohol, people get destructive. People, it gives you a hangover. Like it's just.
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of-
if you're
a lot more
driving,
worse things.
if you're driving,
That's
that's
not good
just
for
like it's
driving.
horrible.
You
Like
know?
it's so much worse than like what I think like marijuana is. in my
man-made
opinion.
beer, God-made weed. Who do you trust?
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's,
But like, so with Ruckus, you started with hats. How did you build it up from there?
Just man, networking the shit out of it. Every time that I would see a product that I liked, I would buy the product, and then I would send an email thanking them, telling them how much I liked the product, and then along with that, I would send my information and some art.
There we go.
And
I like that.
And it works.
Who was the first company that kind of like sponsored you or like got behind you, like with you? What was the
Recently,
after the hats?
oh, after the hats.
And most recent too.
When-
Like let's go both questions there.
Yeah, I mean, so the hats are Ruckus, and that's all me, and so I've been kind of just doing my own thing between commissions, the hats, and then doing winter stick snowboards, Avalon 7, like face masks and stuff. I've been doing like, I like to volunteer a lot, so that's been a big focus lately. Is I've been volunteering for the Des Moines Arts Commission. I was on the Enumclaw Arts Commission.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Talk about your
Yeah,
path
yeah.
with the volunteering in the art world? Like, how are you helping
tough, dude.
progress like
Yeah.
what we've done? What's kind of the path that you've done?
You just gotta fight for your right to party. That really, it really is a fight. It's gonna be a lot of work for a very little payoff, but you get to see it every day, and you can create change through minor acts of kindness. Just little things that are around. I always go into a community saying I'm not here to change anything. I'm here to accentuate.
That's a good mentality to have.
We don't want a period. We want an exclamation point.
Exactly. And that's what the ruckus is all about. The ruckus is also
I see you.
the drive within yourself, right?
Yeah.
That adrenaline, that power that you use to overcome adversity or to overcome something. It can be anything. It can be whatever you're fighting on a daily basis or whatever you're fighting on a yearly basis. That's the ruckus. When you get driven to do something and you accomplish it, there you go.
It's the best feeling in the world.
It is.
Dude, you feel on
Literally
top
the
of the
best
world
feeling in
when
the
that happens, really.
Anything is possible. It's just you can do anything through good intention and good communication. And I feel like that's where a lot of the volunteering helps. It helps me in the professional world because I'm able to have that patience I have for the volunteer community. I have that for my client as well. So.
Yeah.
So downstairs we were talking about, or you were mentioning how you have a project coming up next year that you're wanting to do. Talk about that a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's
And you
that's
guys,
the
you want a
volunteering
part of
that you
it?
kind of do.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
I
we
mean,
do.
I want to
Dude.
have you. I want to have these guys. So I'm going to talk to the camera because
Yeah, no,
these
we-
guys are
that's-
amazing. They do everything between art, production, editing. Like we've got mullets and stuff. Like it's
Yeah, we
crazy.
Hey, show it
They're
off. Show it off.
crazy
there.
talented, and they're over here interviewing me, right? But you have three of me right here. There's
I mean,
three,
I just got
there's
the
three of
long
them,
hair here, baby.
and I want to have these guys come out and film and be a part of the Des Moines Skate Park Art Project, which I hope to do in 2024. It's slated, it's on the calendar, and it's in the council and the art council docket to be done. I just have to get the artists, the volunteers, and
You're sitting with the artist.
I believe that I do have a lot of backing on this project. I want to, the Des Moines Skate Park, for those of you who don't know, is an old skate park on the top of the hill in my hometown in Des Moines, Washington. And it is by far the biggest death trap this side of the gorge. It is.
Well, you talked about how like it was designed in the 90s,
It
right?
was it's
or 80s.
there's a plank. I mean, it's planked out, and then all the corners are specially designed to throw you out to the flat.
Yeah.
so it's one of those spots where parents take their kids and they're just like, you can go learn like
Scoot
a little bit
around.
of transition. You can go scoot around in a circle or
Yeah.
whatever, right? It's just. So I want to paint that. I want to do art on it, and I want to do like waves on the quarter pipes, and I want to do a mountaineer feature on the middle pyramid, which is like this 8-foot tall pyramid, which would be epic to have one of you guys do.
Your designs look beautiful.
It would be so rad to have one of you guys do kind of like a topographical map style of that on there.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that
a good idea, actually.
that'd
What
be
if you added that out into the flat spots?
It'd be so awesome. So awesome. Like and then
kinda cool.
2-day event, right? We have the first day we have the volunteers come out. We have the paint rolling. The kids can get involved with paintbrushes, and we can just roll the basic colors and get the color done. Second day we have the artists come out. We have the artists, we have food trucks, we have music, we have the vendors, and then we have the artists paint in the features as far as like jellyfish and kelp and crab and all this stuff that we're going to put into the park. And then they will be allowed to sell their merch along with presenting their own businesses and their own charities. So a lot of the money that I raise from here on out through the Des Moines Arts Commission and the summer concert series that goes on every Wednesday down Des Moines Beach Park Promenade. We have from 6 to 9. We have artists and bands and food trucks down there. Every other Thursday. Next one is August 7th. So mark your calendar for that one.
right, so-
Why don't we have like an
so-
art thing out here?
Well, so for the next year project in Des Moines,
Yeah.
where can people reach you at? So they have a full year basically to watch
if you
this
want-
episode,
Right.
And if they have the chance or opportunity or want to get their name out there, where can they reach you at?
Best place to get at me is on Instagram for real. Like RuckusArt77 is my Instagram handle, and so you can just DM me there. I answer mostly there. I'm Benji Pierson. If you want to go find me on Facebook.
We got the name right there.
Right.
Yeah, so,
there.
So, yeah.
Let's get all you scammers. You heard it.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, that way, like, people can reach out to you. You know, like,
Yeah.
we can use this as like your first promotion for it
Yeah,
next
we
year.
need volunteers, and it's like I said, it's a year away. I've got a lot of the artists that I want. I've got them on the call, so I just like it if you guys were there.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be
we're
rad.
there to
Well,
support.
mountains are our speciality.
It's my speciality.
We need a guy
What movie?
cooking hot
What
dogs
movie?
there.
Sith, well, I was quoting Star Wars 3.
Oh, it's my
Sith and
speciality.
Revenge of the
are our
Sith.
speciality.
And you're a Star Wars fan as well, right?
Yeah.
It's never ending story.
So what's your favorite episode?
Of what? Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh,
1 through
Empire,
9.
dude.
5.
Empire.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Empire is like almost a perfect movie. It's up there with The Natural, man. I mean, you're looking at it. You're looking at a movie that starts out in Act 3, right? You start out with the action, right?
Yep.
You don't. There's never a dull moment in between, and they had the best vehicles in that one. You got the AT-AT walkers. You got the
Yep.
snow
Yep.
speeders.
Well, the ATSTs as well, the short guys. Too.
yeah, there you get a cameo of those in there. Yeah. I mean, I think that's. I mean, you got both space battles, and you got the.
It's a trap.
Dagobah. You got Dagobah.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
Yoda.
yeah, Dagobah.
I mean, that's right there. That's the.
You got Han Solo for a good half an hour too. I mean,
I consider perfect movie a movie that I can watch without fail, without losing interest, without any kind of pause in the storyline. Right, I'm saying you can follow it all the way through, and you can watch it multiple times.
Yep.
Like that's
And it's great.
it's up there.
It's
I
great.
love it.
All right,
Favorite
so
games too. To
yeah,
game on.
Star Wars is.
We also have VR
thing here.
gaming now, which is insane. I
Yo, the
fought
V-
Darth
the
Vader
VR
the
Star
other day.
Wars was
I played
crazy.
that. That
Just
shit
like-
is awesome.
It's
Oh, you put it on your Disney
Yeah.
like right away. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, once you get in, you can use the Force, and you feel the
Yeah.
Force in your
I'm like
hand.
level
and it
50 now. I mean,
vibrates. It feels so
We're all nerds.
I literally
we're
just
nerding
throw
out.
my lightsaber.
I'm gonna
so I
come
can
back.
catch
There's
it.
gonna be one in
Yo,
the
that
corner.
was one of the best parts where you just throw the
You throw your
lightsaber and it comes
lightsaber,
back
it
to
comes
you.
back.
I just kept doing that. I'm like, this is all I need. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep tossing sabers.
All right,
It's
so
like real.
favorite character from Star Wars, villain
Ooh.
or
bro, dude, how you gonna
Dark
do that?
or Light Force.
You can just go
Oh.
top three. Top three.
I mean, Boba's number one.
there we go.
Ooh,
Nice.
Always love Bubba.
shout out to Boba.
Boba's
Yeah,
number one
baby
for
boy.
sure. Oh man, that's a tough. I got a Boba TIE fighter pilot. All my guys are servants, dude. TIE fighter pilot, and
Which one or two?
the originals, not the first order.
The originals are way better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just liked all the design. Joe Johnston did such an amazing job on all that stuff. Like I just feel like those original designs have like influenced so much of where other sci-fis have gone. One sci-fi that needs to be remade.
What is?
What?
What is it?
Last Starfighter.
What's
I never say. I will never. You'll never hear me say something needs to be remade. But the Last
Last
Starfighter
Starfighter.
needs to be remade. If
Who made it?
Hollywood, if you're listening, please remake it.
Who made it?
It's old school. It's 1986, dude. It's
Oh,
like that
okay.
kid in the trailer park who plays the video game, and then it comes down. The alien comes down and hires him to be like a
And he
a
drives,
fighter
right?
pilot. Yeah.
Yes, I have
And
seen
he's
that.
a
Yeah.
gunner. He's a gunner and stuff.
He
and it's-
doesn't age though, right? Am I thinking of the right one?
Right. He has a robot that he has like takes his place down on
Yep.
Earth while he goes.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you haven't
not
seen
watched
what?
that.
No, I haven't seen
No, I
it.
haven't.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
Hey,
about. Okay.
movie
I'm
night.
down.
Movie night.
Yeah,
boys.
movie night.
Movie night, boys.
But the movie's great, but the graphics are awful. Like it's one of those things. Like they're remaking all these movies.
Why
let's
not
get a
remake
good
that
one.
one?
Yeah. Do
That would be sick.
please.
The Last Starfighter, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I need to watch
Maybe
that.
we
I've
make
never
it.
watched that.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
We can do it now.
There's a strike right
We
now.
need some
do it.
powerful computers.
You seen Enemy Mine, right?
I have.
Oh.
Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid and Louis
Yeah.
Gossett Jr. Came around the same time. It's he gets trapped on the planet with the alien, and they have a baby together.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's
a good
super
movie.
weird, and they're both
Okay.
male.
Yeah.
Damn.
They have a baby?
No.
Yeah, it's the first original. Like I feel like LGBTQ AI.
Sci-fi.
What was it?
Sci-fi.
It was early 90s, right? It
What?
was early 90s.
Yeah, no, it was 80s, 88.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Whoa,
late
okay.
80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see
Late
that.
80s, yeah. And that's a good one too. They've got these little. They look like big cockroaches that crawl around, and they like make shells and shields and a house out of them. It's a weird movie, dude. It's really weird.
It sounds interesting though.
I've got a crazy knowledge Rolodex of movies, so you can quiz me.
Wait,
on
do you remember
anything.
this movie where like they put these big grenades in these big beetles and they're supposed to kill them? I think it's like
Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers.
Dude.
I
Yeah.
grew up as a
Okay,
kid watching
the
that.
under-
Doogie Howser?
The underlying morals of that movie. Like what they're saying with that movie is
What?
so messed up. Like with military and the way that our kind of country works into bringing people in, like, and the propaganda as well of that movie. Like,
it's great.
Yeah, no, it's all right on the nose. It's right there.
Yeah,
But
I remember when that movie came out and everybody's like, "Look at these look at the graphics, are amazing." Oh my,
Yeah, I remember.
Now you look at it, it's like,
Oh,
man,
That
looks
bug
like-
looks fake.
it looks like that one Tommy Knockers movie. No, the Stephen King one where they're at the airport and all those stupid little creatures are coming out of the.
Oh my god.
is that the
It's
Mist?
No, it's
No.
The Mist actually had good graphics. I
It
felt,
was
but-
decent.
Yeah,
It was decent,
but
actually.
all the
yeah.
other Stephen King ones, are just blowing it, dude. Blowing it.
It was pretty scary.
It was good.
It was
Original
The,
it?
the new. Oh, have you heard about Derry? Welcome to Derry. It's coming to HBO Max.
no way.
No.
Dude,
They
they're
doing a
gonna-
full story on it?
They're doing the origin of Pennywise.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
My
Scary.
gosh.
No
Like
way.
based off the pictures from the movie and whatnot, where he's like a clown at a carnival kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and he's killed all the kids. All and all the
Oh
kids, their
my
heads are in the
gosh.
trees and stuff. Yeah, it's all based off the old stuff. Yeah,
Wives' Tales.
yeah.
Ew.
That's gonna be awesome. And it's the
That's
same people that
scary.
did the
I'm,
new
I'm
ones.
watching that for sure.
Yeah, I like
you
the
are.
new ones. I thought they were great.
I thought they were done
Oh, they're
really
good.
well.
Well, like I
Scary.
never
They're just
read
scary.
I never read the book, like it, but like he's an alien essentially, right? Like that's
he's
what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
he's an alien.
He's an
And he
alien?
preys on
Yeah.
your fear. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
no,
frick did he
it's-
get
he's,
here?
he's like an alien
Crash
that like
land?
somehow,
He
but like,
turns
he has
into
like,
whatever you
powers.
fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
His-
morphs into
like,
whatever you
it
fear.
was like it was interesting. It didn't quite capture me. Like I guess I need to read the book to really see like what the
Well, the
original
book
like
is
intending
way more
was.
messed up than the movie.
Yeah.
I'll
But
tell you
like,
that.
like,
The
the-
last
I've only
scene with
watched
the-
I've only
Yeah.
watched the, like
All
the
the
newest
friends.
ones.
Yeah.
And it didn't really capture me because I was like, it's kind of weird
You know it's a
how he's like an
Skarsgård,
alien.
right?
It's what?
That's a Skarsgård.
Yeah, Steven.
Oh,
Is
really?
it Steven or
It's
Stellan?
the third one, yeah.
He's in Barbarian. You seen that movie? Barbarian.
That's the older brother.
Oh, okay.
There's 4 Skarsgård brothers.
Well, Barbarian
dad.
is the one where Justin Long has this. This is a great movie.
Justin
Can I
Long.
just take a second to talk about this
Wait,
movie
wait.
for a second? 'Cause
Barbarian.
Justin Long is one of my favorite people, and he has a podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to
I
listen to
love
that.
Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yo, he's so funny and like what was it?
Accepted.
Dodgeball.
Have you seen Tusk?
Waiting.
Yes.
Waiting.
I know.
Still waiting.
Tusk,
Like, dude,
Tusk
dude.
is like
Tusk is messed up.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Barbarian. He's hilarious because he plays this property owner, and the house that he owns, it's out of state, and it just happens to be this like murder house where this guy back in the day had built all these. I'm gonna totally spoil the movie, so.
It's okay.
Spoiler alert.
It's been out for
This
8
guy
months,
back in
9
the
months.
day built all these rooms down under his house to abduct women and keep them in cages. And so,
Yeah.
And so, long story short, he turns it into a B&B, and these 2 people rent it and they disappear. And then, so he has to go, find out what's going on with his house and these people.
And there's another person staying there while he's there.
Well, there's people living down in the.
Well, remember, there's the guest there and the people living. So when he shows up, like that
Yeah.
girl is on her getaway weekend.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's down in the cave, or she's downstairs in the dungeon area, and she's getting milked or
Yeah.
breastfed by the old lady that's been there first.
Which
since-
is her like 4th generation of his.
of his
Yeah.
baby people.
Yeah.
that
So
don't.
What?
So he like
what
creates
the fuck?
he creates this whole long generation of just him. So like the girl he started with was like what 60s. And
Yeah,
then, like,
yeah,
Kind of just.
yeah.
What?
And then
It
the
is
one that is
fucked up,
left
bro.
there, she's like what 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
And,
it's massive, dude.
And they
it's-
keep you running that whole movie.
Yeah, they do. And my favorite thing about his character in the whole movie is when he gets there and he finds these caves and these cages. His first instinct is to break out his tape measure and measure the extra square footage that he gets for the house.
For the write-offs.
For the write-offs.
True landlord right there. That's a true landlord.
Entrepreneur, man. Entrepreneur.
How much is
hilarious?
That's classic. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
that's a good one. And then
Barbarian? That's wild.
That's
dude.
a
Oh
good
man,
one.
Yeah,
Helena and
man,
I saw
I've
that
seen
in
it.
theaters. It was pretty wild.
yeah,
Yeah,
Swarm on Prime is good.
Swarm is good.
Swarm. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. That girl who follows her favorite singer or whatever and kills whoever doesn't like the singer she likes
Yeah.
or something.
It's
Yeah.
like a groupie, like an accentuated groupie.
What the? Yeah, these
we
are.
we have the same taste in movies. Sounds like
that's
Well,
wild.
My wife and I just watch
Uh,
everything.
yeah. I haven't watched the stuff on Tubi. So,
Tubi.
I haven't been on
Tubi,
Tubi
that's-
yet.
yeah, The Tubi has the weird titles that you've never heard of, with people you've never seen before.
They have the original Frozen.
But you
on
can
there.
find some
about
true
the ski
gems.
movie with the guy dangling. Do you know Frozen?
Oh yeah. They have to jump and he gets eaten by wolves.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not even that far of a
Yeah,
fall,
it's
you
like
know?
no, you would survive. The original Frozen.
Those are some irresponsible lifties right there.
Yeah.
Do you think they had to buy the rights for that movie, like Disney, or they were just
first.
Yeah, they were the horror movies
Yeah, so
first.
Disney probably had to buy that from
I
them.
bet they did.
Yeah. But that's better payout than
probably
probably
did.
Yeah, probably buying it from Disney.
Like,
this is the most money we've ever made.
They probably they didn't even care. It's probably like 0.5% of whatever they made off that movie, if that. You know,
They got paid
Dude.
out for sure.
I'm gonna
sure.
tell my kids this is the original Frozen.
Dad, I want to watch Frozen. Yeah.
Okay,
here.
here you go.
Okay, here you go.
Traumatized for life.
This is where Let It Go came from.
Yeah, let it go.
Let it go.
Ask your teacher to play this in class. No, that's horrible. Oh
Okay,
my
I have
gosh.
one last question.
Okay.
Benji, we all do art way differently. I'm more of a digital start to the place. Jordan, I think you're more of like a pencil
Pencil to paper.
to paper. Jose,
I copy.
you'll get there. Yeah. What's your
Monkey see, monkey do.
I am a
process?
copycat.
like when someone calls you and says, "Hey, we need this." Like, what's your process, start to beginning?
Like a client?
Yeah. So if someone calls you and says, "Hey, we need this wall painted, and we want this, this, and this,"
Or this product.
I do a basic image search, mock up an image, and then send it to them like a really crappy, like loosely based because I don't. I'm sorry. I'm choking on my soda over here. I'm okay.
some more water.
It's okay. I'll be fine. That pen that you have, whatever's in that,
It's a very good
It
ink
works.
pen.
yeah.
It does the job.
So
It draws
I
well.
usually mock up something, I send it to them, and then, it's very loosely because I hate wasting my time because people always will be like, well, we didn't like it, and then you're out fucking 3 hours, right? And whatever you
Or
spend
more.
or more that
Yep.
you spend
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
So I just don't. I'll send them, blah. There you go. That's what I think. And then if they
Just
like
picture
it,
vomit.
Yeah.
right? I'm just like very loosely. And if they know me, then they know that I'll fill in. They'll know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They know where my head is at with the imagery of what I've shown. And so usually I get a green light and then I'll go out there, but I don't cut stencils until I'm usually in the middle of the process because I like to freehand. I like to see the wall and freehand, see where the person's going to be like walking past the wall, leaning against the wall, staring at the wall where the bed's going to be, where the drawer's going to be, where everything's going to be. So my thought process is going to be like, I want the best parts of this to show. And so then I do that. And then, I usually will spray sketch with a black just real quick. I don't use like pen or pencil or anything like that. I don't really think that helps me because I can't even see the pencil when I trace it on there anyway. So I'll just use a quick spray sketch and then go off that and usually lay in the paint. And then when the paint's there and the shapes are there that I want, then I go through with a pen. And
There we go.
And
just a
sketch.
regular pen, like one of the magnums, the big fat magnums that you take off and you instantly get high. It's like,
Oh.
yeah. It's like
I love drawing.
Draw.
it's like fuming, right?
You could light it as a torch.
But yeah, and then I use that and I do the line work with that, and that usually works. I'm still trying to get better. I'm still trying to up my game, up my size, and go bigger and do more technical. I'm always trying to get better. I do love products. I like doing stuff for clothing, for snowboards, for skis, backpacks, everything. Like I did some T-shirts for Meepo, electric skateboard company out of China, Shenzhen, China. They have electric boards that are great for people who are hurt or I would dare to say disabled, and people that want to shredder, broken borders.
That's it
That
right there.
that want to get back on the board and want to shred. I'm telling you, get an electric skateboard. Like the best brands are either Backfire or Meepo, because these boards will keep you going all through the summertime. And that's like my love right now is like just shredding on these boards and trying to get involved in I'm like doing grip tape design. Like designing grip
Dude,
tape,
your boards
Yeah.
are so dope.
which
Yeah, you
it's
gave us
harder
a chance to
s-
try some of
Yeah,
your
we gotta
boards
try some in the
earlier.
parking lot.
Yeah,
They're
It was
dude, they're
insane.
fun. They rip.
they're a lot of fun.
They rip.
They're
dude.
addicting.
Jose had a couple spills.
I,
on
Yeah.
some.
okay, like right off the bat, Nick hands me the controller and he's like, "Hey, this goes faster
Careful.
than like anything." And I just go, eat shit right off the bat. But I got the hang of it. I was like, "Okay, yeah, no,
picked up.
this,
It's
yeah,
all in the tip of the tap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you gotta little taparoo.
Yep.
dude. Yeah, no, it,
There's so
dude,
much-
they
It's
rip.
fun though.
There's so much fun. It's up to my like happiness level so much. Just being able to do that every day and being able to like go and
Just carving.
and nobody can tell me I can't do it. You know,
You can
there's
also
not
run away faster than they can. So
right. It's like you know, there's so many people out there telling you what to fucking do, dude. Like
Yeah.
people policing other people. Like what the fuck? No
This
wonder
is
everybody's getting
America.
shot,
Yeah.
dude. Like shut the fuck up, mind your business, and let people have fun.
Yeah.
Like I swear to God, if I get yelled at by one more dog walker, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit.
and
And
freaking tail whip you.
I'm like, dude, if you did that to anybody else outside of this community, you'd be fucking shot. Like, I swear
Oh,
to
yeah.
God, dude. Like, quit. Do I have a target on my back? Does this say "fuck with me" on my shirt?
I think people just have this like sense of like entitlement that it's like you're disturbing me, and it's like I'm not really doing anything. I'm just.
Or is it the image of the skateboarder?
I think
that also it's like
the
the
skateboarder.
stigma.
There's a huge
and
stigma.
like this power,
Because
like
they could never do it.
yeah, that's because they could never. They could never.
They could never
skateboard.
stand on
I
a
can
board.
barely stand.
Yeah, I'll see how they feel if they hit him going full speed with pads on.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Ouch, man.
You know, they don't want to get out of the way.
That would hurt.
It's funny, dude. It's funny, but yeah, I love doing it. I love doing it.
This just reminds me of that video. Like, what are you doing? I'm calling the cops. Why? Because you are writing on the building. And it's like,
Okay.
it's like okay.
Yeah, I don't know what don't get me started on that shit, dude. People are just
People
be
are
nicer to
people.
each other, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
It's not so dog eat dog.
It's
You
not
can-
that hard, and you get way better results.
Do you do any
like-
surfing at all?
I don't have the arm strength. Do you see these?
Oh, awesome.
You know how
It's
clever.
SpongeBob just.
Do you know how clever you have to be to make it through life with zero muscle? You have to be so smart, dude. It's insane.
Well, everything you do is now motorized or downhill.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're good, man.
I know. I'm like a poster
Computerized.
child for dystrophy.
Computerized.
Yeah, no, you're taking the fun out of it, but yeah, no, I don't do surfing, man. I can't.
Have you tried, or you just?
I did back in the day, but I just don't have the interest in it. It's just
It's the hardest sport I've ever done.
It is. It's up there.
I can do everything board except surfing.
Yeah, I used to say skateboarding and surfing were two of the hardest disciplines, just because skateboarding you break your ankles and then that shit never heals.
No.
And if you don't try to do big, you don't learn anything.
Yeah.
Well, you have to
that's the-
commit. Yeah,
you
that
have
was
to
like one of the
commit,
biggest
yeah.
things when I
Commitment.
was skating too. Is like
Yeah.
you just have
slam
to
those feet down, even if the board's not going to land there. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sure you're just flat. Like,
Yeah.
And that's also one thing. Like I recently heard is like any skater is gonna respect you for just trying.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's a
like
good thing about the community. Everyone's tapping
Yeah.
boards. If you go as hard as you can and fly off and you miss
exactly.
the trick,
Even
you
if
did,
you're not good,
and
if
you
you're
get up
just
and you do it
trying,
again.
it's like you
get
get the
people are like-
respect.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I was a rollerblader amongst skateboarders, so
Yeah.
I know all the fruit boot, all the.
Oh yeah,
Oh man, what are
it's
the?
great for filming.
Well, yeah, they were a lot of fun. You could get upside down on them, and you could spin on them. That was
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the reason. I felt like spinning on blades was more similar to spinning on a snowboard than spinning on a skateboard was.
Really,
We have no
you had
connection
edges too,
on a
kind of in a
skateboard.
sense.
What's that?
You got no, like you're not connected.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because you got to preemptively ollie and then keep your feet on, right?
And it's all like transfer.
yeah, so it's way different. It's totally different. And then like rollerblading, you're just hucking. It's all shoulder.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
connected. And as long as you huck it enough.
Yeah.
Skateboarding, you got some forgiveness because you can slide those wheels back into catch a
If you
lot.
know
and-
how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just, it's all about weight
That's like
distribution
catching
when
an
it comes to
edge on
snowboarding.
snowboard.
It's just like that. You know?
Yeah.
And
And
I
I,
still need to like snowboard. I've never like a snowboard. I've
Dude, it's
always
so
been like
fun.
I skate and I longboard and that's about it.
snowboarding has given me everything. It's given me my style, my confidence, my culture, my love, my friends, my church, which is the mountain. Like it's given me everything. Like
Preach, brother.
I absolutely love it. It's a skill that keeps on paying off every single
Yeah.
day. I've seen The Exorcist 127 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. But no, I mean, I'm 46 now, and I started when I was 11.
Okay.
You're young.
So 35 years, been riding 35 years.
Yeah, we still need to go up with you and
Yeah, it
shred
would
a
be
little
so
bit.
fun.
Yeah.
Go rip
I
around,
would
dude.
love to
We'll
have
take
my
him up a
first time
couple
be with
times
you.
before we go with you.
Hey, like I said, bro, I pick it up. I
Yeah,
picked
you'll
up
be
the
fine.
board earlier. It
You'll be
was,
fine.
it wasn't too
The
bad.
best thing is just to let you go.
I did this new
You'll get it.
snowboard.
I'll figure it out.
I did this new snowboard for Storm Show snowboards. They're out of Jackson Hole, and they get their boards pressed at the Never Summer factory in Denver. And this board's called the Albino Rhino. It's a directional board. It's a 163.
Damn,
and the
that's
thing
huge.
is a beast, dude. It runs over small children. Like it's a,
Yeah. That's
You know?
the monster truck of snowboards.
Goes over the moguls. Just
yeah. Kitty Hill.
Yeah, the kitty.
I think I hit a couple speed bumps back there. Shit.
I wonder if
Timmy
Michael
just
hit
crying.
That's the only thing about the Washington resorts that you guys don't mark your gapers here. See, at Jackson Hole, we mark our gapers on the rental gear that we rent out to all the retards. We put flags on them, and so you can see the people on the
It's their
slope,
first day.
on the slopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart, actually.
That's genius.
So you're like,
Some
okay, I'm
people
gonna go around
regardless.
that guy. I'm gonna go around that guy. You're gonna go around. You
Yeah.
can scope out your line based on the flags.
That's smart. Why don't we do that?
I just try to
don't
go
know.
twice as fast as everyone else, and then you just dodge as you go.
Crystal's under
Correct.
new management. Maybe, I mean, you might be able to tell that to them.
Yeah.
They got new owners.
They only hire girls.
Yeah. Dude, they're building a bunch up there. I've been up there.
I know.
Dude, it's going to be huge, but
I might
probably
s-
be more expensive. When
I
you know.
might skip this winter.
Yeah. It's supposed
Well,
to
they're
go.
just
It's
getting
like
crazy on
185 right
price,
now.
Yeah.
For a
Day
day.
rates are like 160, 170.
No,
I
185
usually like
for
to-
hot days.
just
Yes,
get
I
a
just was up there and talked
Why
to
do you
them.
guys just get a Roots Pass? A Roots Pass is like $700. and
That's
it-
what.
and
Yeah,
so
the problem
Monday-
is
They
I
got
have to
rid of
go up
Icon
6
this year.
times, and I only was able to go up twice last year.
Yeah.
Last
I only
winter
went
was
like
awesome.
2 or 3.
Yeah, it was, but I only got the beginning and end.
Yeah.
That was just the time I had for it. I know.
Tisk, tisk.
We're building
Tisk,
something
tisk.
here. We're building.
It's good for you to do.
Yeah, no, I mean it's good to take a winter off and build appreciation for it because I get mad up there. It's just people are stupid,
Oh, yeah.
and
Let's change the culture.
Yeah.
you know I would love an operate culture, but it's so hard when you have a mountain that you have to drive up an access road to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then it's so far away from another town.
They have
and we-
nothing like a.
there's
It's
no
not like a
hotels
mammoth or anything.
No.
Where it's just right there at the bottom.
Yeah,
That's
you
what they
can't-
want to build there, though. That's
yeah,
what the
and
talk
like
is.
I said,
so
in
it
a
takes
couple
time.
years, they'll be there, and that's just
Should have started
A
5
long
years
time ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because the excess up there, you have to be there an hour and a half early to get up the mountain.
Well, just to
To
get your ticket,
get the
man.
line.
Like you gotta.
Yeah.
If you want to hit anything.
4
fresh.
a.m.
Yeah.
and the fact that they closed Northway and it was covered, dude.
Yeah.
It was covered from top to bottom, and they closed it just to save money. And they closed Forest Queen when it was covered from top to bottom. They had plenty of snow to stay open, and they closed all those
Well,
lifts.
they should have enough
And-
people to operate it, or
Yeah, they didn't want to pay the people labor. They didn't want to pay labor.
dang.
How are they losing money charging that much? That's what I assume is if like you're cutting.
Well, I
You're
guess so. I guess what happened this winter was that if you worked 2 weeks, you got a season's pass, and so people were working 2 weeks and then quitting.
I was about to say, do we need to just go do that real quick?
No.
Go through training, get
Just,
in,
just apply real
And that's
quick.
what they problems they ran into, and they couldn't staff. They like
I mean, just change the policy. Like, just you have to work.
right.
A
Yeah.
Who
season.
made
Like, you have to
that?
work a season, get
and
your
we'll give you
season
the pass
yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Or
that would
just
So
work.
work.
next year, that would actually
Yeah.
be pretty
Or you
good
work
too.
half the season, you get like the rest of the season. Like that's.
And
I
then
don't
you
know.
could do the second half of the season for the first half.
That's just
Or
a
no, wait,
fat
you wouldn't be
risk,
able to keep
'cause what
people
if all those
accountable.
people drop?
But the freedom I get with buying a pass, I get to go up there and yell at people without any accountability,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, you don't work there.
no, I'm kidding.
I don't work.
I'm not that much of an asshole. I spent my entire life in ski towns and mountains, and I know better.
You have a master's.
You have the
degree in
etiquette.
I have a
etiquette.
JHD, a Jackson Hole degree for sure.
Yep.
For
Fully
sure.
agreed.
Yeah, I got the scars.
I have a
prove it.
WTD YouTube University
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
WTUD.
Well,
Or
Benji,
YT, sorry.
do you have anything else to say to young artists or young muralists or people that are getting into this?
Yeah, I would, so if you go on Instagram and check out RooCooCooCooCoo, I usually post a lot of community events that are happening in Des Moines. We need artists to come out of their shells, get out of your caves, come out, be part of the community, paint live, paint for free, do whatever you have to do, stoke somebody out, get a kid to smile, do something. We're losing the battle. We need to get people happy out there. So, and it's kind of our job. So, if you guys skill,
Flaunt it.
Flaunt it.
I'm
If
a
you-
peacock
what-
captain.
You know, it
Gotta let me fly.
it just really helps the vibe, and it helps the culture of your town. It doesn't even matter if it's Des Moines or Enumclaw or Maple Valley or just wherever you're at.
Just get out there.
Get out and volunteer, be part of your community, and help out wherever you can.
yeah.
And that's what I gotta say.
That's awesome,
love
dude.
it.
Amen.
I love it.
I love the mentality you have, dude. Like you said, it's about giving. Like kind of like we talked about. This is our podcast. We want to give to the community. It's how can we help you, and that's the mentality you have, and I think that's fucking beautiful, man.
Once you eliminate anything for yourself, you'd be amazed how easy it is to work with people and how easy people are to work with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, because once they see zero agenda, it's on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's on. So, and that's how you got to go into it every single time.
Synergy
Think
and
about
collaboration.
Think about creative ways of how you can give.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll get if you give.
Exactly. And,
Well, it's
and
like you attract your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and like the more positive and the more you're willing to give, the more people are also willing to give to you. You know, like it's
Exactly.
give and
contagious.
take.
It's contagious.
And yeah, it is contagious. Again,
That's kind of our saying here too, is that
it's-
the be creative and gain perspectives. Like we're always kind of bringing in and trying to help that grow.
Yeah, I feel like community outreach is probably the most important thing right now for artists, just because of all the stuff going on. I mean, it sucks to be a kid right now, dude.
I mean, it's the best way to get your name out there.
Could you imagine being
distracting?
Could you imagine being like a 10-year-old that? So your last 10 years have been what? The pandemic, all massive school shootings.
Yep.
I mean, I can't even count
Yeah.
how many school shootings, mass shootings.
You have to have social status
It's
on
in
your
the
phone.
hundreds. Yeah.
The bullying is nonstop.
Cyberbullying. I
You
mean,
don't know
it's-
what to believe on your phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Your
Yeah.
parents are non-existent pretty much because they're on their phones.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's rough for kids out there. So anyway that we can help out,
Let's
man.
be a
Brighten
good. Let's
it.
be a good
Brighten it.
influence for the next generation.
Yeah,
'Cause,
and-
you know.
Because we want good movies.
Yeah.
We want you to grow up and make good
want
movies.
good
We don't want you
artists.
to
So again,
regurgitate the
support
same
your
shit.
content creators, support your writers.
Pay your writers.
Yeah, pay your writers, pay your producers for sure, dude. The people that behind the scenes that make this shit happen, like y'all.
Exactly. Pay us.
Well, Benji, thank you for coming on, man.
Thank
This
you,
was a
Benji.
great
Thanks.
episode.
Yeah, this
Much
is
Appreciate
appreciated.
your insight.
Random Thursday? Is it Thursday?
It's
It's a
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah,
Wow.
we
It's our
always record
release
on
dates.
Thursdays.
Random Thursday here.
Film
in
day.
Maple Valley.
Oh yeah, give it a click and give it a
Give
clack.
it the clacky.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
Stay weird.
Well, that's
Stay
episode
weird.
17, everyone. Thank you for joining. Stay weird.
We're the artistic. Weirdly. We're the artistic.
Damn, that's weird.